Okay, yeah, welcome to the channel, guys. This is Awesome Gaming, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Harvester Control mod, which is basically just like real life, as close as you can get it in game. I think it's probably the best mod for harvesting in the game. There's a few different ones. There's a cut the length mods, and there's other mods that let you pick species and stuff like that. But this, to me, is probably the best one in the game, and it allows me to cut this wood. Like, these are my 12 footers and my 8 foot pulp, and it lets me do that just super easy without having to keep switching cut lengths back and forth and back and forth. It's just a press of a button. So let's hop in this machine here. If I can get in this machine. Do I own this machine? Yes. Okay, and first thing I'm going to do is start this thing up. I know one of these buttons does it. There we go. And how you access the mod in game is you have to, first thing you have to do is turn your harvester head on, and then go to act like you're gonna normally switch the cut length, and that'll bring up this screen here. Now once you're in this screen here, you have choices between automatic programs, automatic tilt. It's all explained over here what that stuff does. This is how I got mine set up, because I've got mine to cut 8-foot pulpwood and 12-foot logs. So I take the logs down to 10 inches. This would be my 3 cut lengths here, which 366 is 12 feet in game. 25 is 10 inches. And then I got down to 244, which is my 8-footers, and 15 is as close to 6 inches as you can get. That's what I've been taking my pulp down to. 6 inches and less. And then the third cut would be the same thing, but it automatically makes it less than that diameter. These are your lengths. This is your diameter. They put it in centimeters. Just do an equation on the interweb there. Just ask Google what 12 feet down to, what is 12 feet versus 1 centimeter, or how much is 12 feet in centimeters, and it'll tell you that. So if you have the automatic system, this is the automatic program right here. These will be your cut lengths. And this right here is an automatic program, how you want it to feed the single press, felling cut, bucking cut, which is, this all explains it all over here. This one right here, the rotor mode, I've got it to set to physical. It can be set to 3 different things. Either free, which is basically the in-game, fixed, which means you try to turn the head, it's going to turn no matter what. It messes things up a lot, unless you're used to a fixed head machine. Or you can use the free mode, which this warning pops up, the physical rotator mode. Allows the most realistic behavior, but depends on the node structure of the vehicle, say, yada yada yada. It's the best one for me anyway. The force is 10. That's what it came with. That's what I leave it at. The threshold is $14.99. That's what I leave it at as well. The saw mode is automatic cutting, and these are your lengths. If you don't use the automatic mode, these are the lengths that'll just shoot out. I'll show you how to bind that button here in a second. But when you pick your separate lengths, you can choose them here. How long do you want to shoot up there? I got 12s, 8s, and 8s. 8-footers, well, 102 inches. That's what we cut our pulp down up here. And down here is just your braking distance, feeding speed. You can mess with this. I don't. It goes fast enough for me. Slow feed when tilted up. Brake distance. Tilt down your felling cut. Tilt up with open. These are personal preference items. Yeah, you can change those if you want. I just leave them alone. And then the small ones support all trees. I turn that on in case I run into a hardwood tree. I can actually cut the hardwood tree down with an in-game harvester. Some hardwood trees, some are a little different than others, but for the most part it works. And where you bind all this stuff, if you go into your settings, and you go into your bindings, where the hell are they? Right here? Nope, wrong one. Settings, and that's still not right. That's the button right here. Go to your gamepad, and if you scroll all the way down, you will see the wood cutting mod. And that mod is available in the in-game mod hub. That's where you can get it from. Let's see, where is it? Wood harvester controls. Now these are important because even if you bind your cutting button to what you normally use, if you go into the wood cutting mode and your saw cut right here, you'll have to bind this as well. So if you're normally using just the in-game equipment without this mod, and you got your trigger bound to the regular cut, you still do that, but you also have to come here and do it as well. It won't read if you don't. And these you can bind however you want. I've got the T1600 Thrustmaster sticks, so that's how mine are bound. Feed cut automatic program, stop feeding. And you can have the tilt up or tilt down. I just got it set to one button. Feed length presets. I have those on separate buttons as well. That's the open control menu. You can set that to whatever you want. But yeah, it's make sure you get your cut right. And then these buttons you can all bind wherever you want. I've got this button, these two, open and close. I got those set somewhere else. But anyway, that's basically it. And let me show you how this works in the machine now. How easy it works. You have to bear with me. I just reset these controls to the original Ponzi controls, so they're kind of getting used to them. But when I make my first cut, and I use the automatic program, it doesn't automatically feed it all like you think. It's just for cutting the lengths. You can roll back and forth, manually, but I'll hit the automatic feed button, and that'll cut my 12-foot length. And I hit it again, and it'll stop, because now if you look at the screen, the diameter's down, so that'll be my eighths. And just finish off. Now you can make smaller cuts than that if you choose to, but I just take them down to eighths and 100 inches or 102 inches. Like I said, you have to bear with me. I'm trying to get used to these controls here. Ooh, yeah, see, just flip that one right out. It was perfect. Let's grab that up quick like that. Okay, we'll figure this out. Okay, that's my first cut. That 12 foot. And we'll cut another 12 footer. And even a third. This was the bigger ones. Then we'll start cutting the small ones again. We'll try it one more time without me screwing up hard. Just get this one down here. Like I said, I'm just getting used to these new controls. I just went to the Ponzi scheme. So this is my 12. And you see it's 366 on the thing, and the diameter is 363. I'll cut it, hit the next one. That's another 12 down to 298 now, is the diameter. And the third one is 257. It's getting closer. And now it's 238, which it should be roughly, I think it's 254 or something like that is the cutoff, but the rest will cut that. But yeah, that's basically it. One more other mod you should have if you're running these harvesters or anything with a center turn in it, the articulation, like what turns like that. See how the harvester stops? I don't have my hands on the wheel at all. It just stays in that position, like it does in real life. It'll stay right there instead of bouncing back like that all the time. It just stays right there, and that is the vehicle control add-on, which is right here. And when you turn that on, where it says adaptive steering analog control, turn that on, and then the adaptive steering, turn that to strong, and you're good to go. That way you can pretty much angle your machine wherever you want it, and then just cut away. Unlike me, the rookie. basically it. Well, I hope that helps some people out. It's a real, and like I said, you can set these lengths to whatever you want. If you want to use the metric scale and go like 14 meters or 20 meters, your first cut will be 20 meter lengths or whatever. 16 is another good one. Um, and then, your second cut, like I showed you, you just taking, you got to be in the machine though to access that screen. And you got to have the harvester head on. Yeah, I'll figure this out eventually. Make sure your head is on, and when you go to set your cut length, them buttons will bring up this screen. And just remember, when you first start, you've got to figure out how many cuts you're going to want, different sizes basically. And I got 3, you can have 1, and it doesn't matter. When these start off, this has 1 cut, and it's something simple. But like I said, you can change these to anything. This is your length and your diameter. Now the diameter is how big around the tree is versus your length. And you can change each one of these individually. I think it's up to 4 different sets. Yeah, 4 different cut lengths you can have. And that's if you use the automatic. If you turn the automatic off, then it's these lengths down here. These will be cut manually. So when you cut, say you're cutting a 12-footer and you want to cut an 8-footer, you can press the button. There's 4 settings. I showed you where to set them in the control panel there. You can set that button to whatever you want. What it is one button will switch between 1 and 2, and another button will switch between 3 and 4. So if you press it once, you'll be able to cut the first cut. You press it twice, you'll cut your second cut. And same with the 3 and the 4. So that's about it. It's like I said, it's probably, to me, it's the best mod in the game. If you like running harvesters, it just makes the game so much more realistic. So yeah. If you enjoyed this or you learned a little something, throw me a like or subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the channel out a ton. And I will be uploading more content a lot more often than I have been lately. I've been kind of slacking. Real life work gets in the way. But yeah, other than that, I probably won't be around this weekend because I'm going to be playing Starfield. That drops today in early access. So yeah, if you guys want to see any more content, or if there's something you want me to show a video of as far as logging or whatever goes, just leave a message. I'll make it. I'll do it. I love doing stuff like that. So that being said, y'all have a great day, and like I said, like, subscribe, don't subscribe, tell me to kiss your ass, it doesn't matter to me, whatever. Just I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed the video. And thanks a lot, guys. Y'all have a great day.